Yo, it's Monday. Welcome to the Monday Midsole. I'm your co-host, Kev, aka Buckeye City Soul. We have a great show planned for you today. But first, let me go ahead and pass it to Marcus. I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing today.
Oh man, I have my other audio playing. My bad. What's good, fam? It's your boy Polo and Jays. Excited to be here tonight. We got a special guest, but we'll get to that real quick. Let me just shout out the early suspects in the building. We got Key to Your Soul, KB Fresh Kicks, Flash Ehaw, and Kryptonite Souls. What's good? And with that, I'll pass it over to Mo.
Appreciate you, sir. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mo. Glad to be here on another Monday. Kind of missed you guys last week, and glad to be back. And as Marcus said, we have a very special guest tonight, so hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to introduce Mr. Terrence Whaley. Terrence, what's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for the opportunity to be on the show. Can't wait to get into it.
Definitely. So why don't you go ahead and kind of give people a little bit of background about yourself before I get into the interview, and then we'll go from there.
Cool. So really just quick spiel about me, y'all. My name is Terrence Whaley, founder and CEO of Barterr. So basically I want to say at the top of 2020, founded a sneaker trading marketplace called Soul360 that then rebranded into Barterr. But first I kind of get into like my little origin story about how I got into sneakers.
Perfect. Yeah, about to say you beating me to the interview. Go for it. That's the question. What's the pair that got you into it? Go ahead. Take it away.
So really, it really kind of just followed my brother's interest in sneakers. So like for me and my brother didn't grow up together. So when I got to go see him in the summertime, when I went to go see my mom's, crib, I like started to see how he was starting to elevate his sneaker collection. Because at the time when I was living with my pops, like I only thought, it was normal for kids to only have 2 or 3 pairs. Like this is before like I knew about Nice Kicks and like Complex and stuff like that in the sneaker blogs. So once I started seeing my older brother collect, I was like, yo, I want to start collecting too. So that was around, I would say 2010, 2011, like right around like that all-star Galaxy Foamposite type era time frame for me. And that really kind of took off. So I started, really collecting Nike basketball at first, and then really kind of opening up my spectrum to anything else. And then got into the business side of sneakers later on in college.
Okay. Now, is there one particular pair, although you kind of saw what your brother was doing, was there one particular pair that kind of really got your juices flowing and got you really into this?
Yeah, it was the Raging Bull Jordan 5. So this is crazy because it came out in that pack, the Toro Bravo pack. And crazy story behind that is, so I was telling you about my brother's sneaker collection. That was the shoe, that red velvet just like stuck out of everything he had in the collection. So I actually stole it from him. And I just thought, he had like 100 pairs. I was like, he's not about to realize that it's mine. But I was like, okay, it's a pack. He might, but I'm gonna just take my chances. So I took that pair, and then obviously 2 weeks later, he hit me talking about, yo, you got this pair or not? Did you steal it? And I was like, yeah. So I sent it back.
Got him.
That was the shoe that really caught my eye and was like, yo, like this is like I can keep copping shoes all in all and just keep going. So it was definitely that Raging Bull Jordan 5 that caught my eye.
Definitely a nice one. I'm sure Kev would definitely agree with you on that. He's
definitely this is my top 5.
Yeah, he's the panelist who loves the color red. So I'm sure that's definitely a pick he can agree with. So.
Sure.
So you jumped in and as you kind of were talking about it, you mentioned Soul360. So why don't you get into that a little bit about what is Soul360 and what kind of inspired you to kick that off? Well, actually, let's start with what is Soul360 first.
Cool. So basically, really quick, Soul360 is basically just a brand and a platform that we use to operate as a middleman to authenticate and facilitate sneaker trades online. So we started that and basically released the website we had in June 1st of either 2019, I believe, and let that kind of coast and kind of build our initial community. But what got me to start the idea in the first place was this guy. His name was Kyle McDonald. He's actually just a blogger. He's not even in the sneaker industry at all, like not even associated. But the story is, he started with this red paper clip, and was able to barter it and trade it up in value with 14 transactions, all up until he was able to acquire a home. When I saw that story, I was like, yo, like that's crazy. Like what if you could start with a Coke White Air Force One and trade it up in value until you got to an off-white, Air Jordan Chicago, and I was like, that would be something cool to bring to the sneaker community and to culture. And that's kind of what basically got us to build Soul360 from scratch, going from day one.
Okay. So now, where is it that people can find? So let's kind of stick with that. Where is it that people can find Soul360 at right now? Where's that? Is it an app or a website or?
Yeah, so it's a website right now. But like I was saying, so soul360.com is basically where you can find it. SOLE and then 360, the actual numbers. .com. That's where you can find us. But we've rebranded to Barterr with 2 R's at the end. Basically, because we want to, and we'll probably get into this in a little bit more in the interview, but I'll kind of address it here, is just the fact that we want to be able to open up the platform to more assets, not only just sneakers. And that's why we wanted to get out of just the name Soul, that prefix of our brand name, and change it to something more ambiguous with Barterr.
Okay.
Right now, where we want our new audience to find us is barterr.com. 2 R's at the end, and then barterr.com.
Okay.
What's the significance of the 2 R's? That's what.
Yo, people be asking me that. It's like, so when I was going through the trademarks, right, I was seeing a bunch of trademarks that are like already had Barterr kind of in them, and I was like, okay, I gotta also go to the domain search on GoDaddy and see what domains were available.
Right.
And I just put that second R on the end because I also knew of another marketplace called Fiverr with 2 R's on the end.
Right.
I was like, let me go ahead and kick this 2 R's in the end. And then people would be asking me like, did you do that because your name is TERR? And I'm like, nah, like that ain't had nothing to do with it. I was trying to see what's available and what was cost efficient. So that's basically where the 2 R's came from on the end like that.
Okay. So you mentioned, transitioning from Soul360 to go Barterr to kind of open it up to where it's not just, sneaker related, but other items. What are some of the items that you're thinking of that you want to kind of eventually get into on the platform besides just footwear?
So this is a great question. So I think it will determine where the internet is at the time, like when we want to open it up. But ultimately, I think of other alternative asset classes, like let's say, for example, wine or art or things that hold value over time. You know what I'm saying? Electronics. Right now, obviously, where the internet is at right now is NFTs and crypto space. Like shout out to Brandon Martinez, B-Mart from Sneakerhood, like just showing like that energy of where tech and sneakers intersect. I'm really into, and I know we'll kind of also get into that as well. But my background as a professional is a software engineer, so I basically try to intersect code and how I can bring to life, things in the sneaker community through tech that provide value, basically. So anything that we feel like holds value on the site that can be traded, but that also can provide community behind it, we want to do. So, for example, how Reddit is built today. Like you see that there are different communities on Reddit based on the topic, right? Mm-hmm. For us, we want to build a community behind sneakers, build a community behind art, and then be able to intersect them through trading, basically. Exactly. Like that.
Okay. So for those who aren't familiar with the product, can you kind of take us through the process as far as, someone coming to the webpage or go Barterr, and how exactly does that flow and function?
Okay, so do you want me to talk about how Soul360 works today, or do you want me to talk about how Barterr is going to?
Let's talk about Barterr, because that's the direction that you're trending to anyway. So let's focus on the future.
Cool. All right, perfect. So right now, the way things will work is we're developing an app right now that's going to be put in the App Store later on in Q1 of 2022. So the way things will work, similar to any app, you'll download it from the App Store and it'll install, and then you'll put in your information, your first name, last name, sneaker size, brands you're interested in, and some other key data points that we want to use that are going to tie into our trade likelihood algorithm that we'll talk about as well. Things that we want to see that, you know, factor in for you in your decision on why or why not you'd want to do a sneaker trade. So like, for example, the sneakers behind me, like there's not a lot of old shit, but it's more like, you know, recent releases from 2020, 2021. Like I'm more so likely to do a trade if it's for recent sneakers, or if it's a sneaker I couldn't get, you know, through Nike sneakers app. Like I want to try to trade for it that way. But everybody's not like that. You know, some people are like, yo, I want equal value. If my shoe costs $300, I want to make sure I'm getting a $300 shoe back. Some people don't care about that either. Some people are, you know, just different. So that is the experience of the onboarding. When you'll come onto the app, we want to kind of get those factors from you, what you emphasize, and then you'll land up on the homepage like any other, you know, product page. You'll see the products that we have available for trade, or that the other users in the community have for trade, and then you'll basically just be able to put sneakers into your sneaker closet. So this is just your inventory list, things that you're interested in trading on the platform. And as you upload those sneakers, if they're not dead stock, we want you to take photos of the sneakers, of the products. And what will happen is, I'm not sure if you guys are like similar or not similar, but familiar with Grails. The way Grail works is when you upload, you know, pictures of a product, they want to first authenticate it before they bring it onto the platform. Right. We're going to do that same thing basically. So when you take photos, our first level of authentication is seeing those photos, determining whether or not it's real or fake from that standpoint. Once it passes that, it then becomes available on the platform for trade. And then from there, it's just simple bartering, you know, being able to send a trade request, send counters if, you know, the person that you sent the trade to didn't really like the first offer, and then also a messaging opportunity for you to message people back and forth as well.
So let's kind of touch on, you mentioned the trade likelihood, right? Because, you know, I could see that definitely being an important factor, because, you know, I could see a lot of people want to trade a bunch of their GRs or some BS and try and level up to, you know, maybe like a Travis Scott or something. So what is it that this trade likelihood algorithm or what does it do as far as helping to make sure that the trades are fair or likely to be executed?
Great question. So this ties back into what I was talking to y'all about providing value to the sneaker community and sneaker culture through tech, which is my strong suit. So basically, what the trade likelihood algorithm is going to do, like I was kind of saying before, is show whether or not you were OG in the game or somebody brand new and got on, you know, Complex or, you know, whatever, got on Instagram and started getting into sneaker culture on day one. What it's going to show you is whether or not the offer you're sending is a good or bad or fair offer. Basically, that's what we want to do in real time to cut down on the trades that just don't make sense for people. You know, the people that are saying like, oh, you know, why would you send me this? We want to cut down on that. We want to be able to provide not only like knowledge behind, if you cop like a cool gray, you know, Jordan 11 this past weekend, like we want to be able to show you like, okay, what really is the sneaker that is acceptable in that type of trade offer for that shoe. And that's the type of value that we want to bring to the community.
So my assumption is if that trade likelihood doesn't even out, would that trade still be allowed to be executed, or will it not let that go through if it doesn't meet the standards of the likelihood?
So that's another great question. So what we're gonna do, and this goes back to what I was talking about the onboarding experience, is that everybody's experience on what they like to accept is different. So what we want to do is want to create like a personalized threshold. So basically, imagine like in your settings on your profile, being able to say, I don't want an offer from anybody unless it's 60% above likelihood. What we've seen just in the past with our website is that most of our trades get accepted with a 70% or above likelihood. So if I'm a person coming on to Barterr for the first time and I go to my profile, or not even go to my profile, but if I start getting offers where I'm like, yo, these are whack offers, you can then go to your profile and say, look, I'm not gonna accept anything that's not above 70. Don't waste my time.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So what are some of the, trying to set up a platform where you're going to have users trading, shoes with each other, things like that. What are some of the hurdles that you see as far as trying to establish a trusted platform to where people are, actually getting legit trades or the shoes are legit? What are some of the hurdles you see that allows you to control that to make sure it's fair?
Well, I'll start with number one. The number one thing is growth. So the amount of users that we have currently right now is the number one hurdle that we are trying to solve. Basically, we know obviously we got like big players in the game. You got TradeBlock, you got Soul360 coming down the pike trying to also provide trading. You got another lane as well. So we're trying to basically figure out where we can put ourselves in the marketplace or in the market share, I guess you could say, to bring people to the platform to first get enough liquidity for it to be worth anybody's time to be on Barterr. That's the first thing. But then the second thing we want to cut down on is obviously the authentication piece. So that's why we wanted to put in two-way authentication. Once when you upload the sneaker to the platform, and then the second one when we actually receive it as the middleman, when we receive both sneakers or both packages, that's when we authenticate it again, just to make sure that we get two methods of a pass or fail from two separate authentication services.
Okay. So I was going to hold off on this, but you kind of opened up the door already. So you mentioned TradeBlock. Right now, they've come on and they've had a lot of success and growth within this, creating their platform where doing something very similar to what you're working on. How do you see yourself differentiating yourself from them so that in a nutshell, how do you feel your product differentiates from what they're creating on their end?
Got you. So first and foremost, I want to say it's a great job by them. First of all, like they as Black founders, it's huge to see them be successful. So I first and foremost want to say that to them. But secondly, as far as differentiating my products from TradeBlock, the two things, and then I'm gonna kind of give a third explanation that's a little bit more abstract and have more to do with the future. But the first one is definitely the conversation around establishing equal and fair value. So the number one thing I've seen, just being on Twitter, like on, I don't know if you guys know about Soul Food, but it's like a sneaker community within Twitter, like a Twitter space or whatever.
Jazzy and her, yep.
Yeah, Jazzy, I also seen Sneaker Fetish as well, kind of as moderators in it. Yep. I've seen like screenshots basically of TradeBlock and people trying to come and get opinions on whether or not it's a good offer, whether they should trade it, or also sort of just complaining about the quality of offer. So what I've seen around that content and around that discussion is that nobody in the space right now is talking about what exactly a fair and equal trade looks like for that particular person. And that's where Barterr is trying to come in and establish that conversation and prove it with the trade likelihood algorithm. So right now we know, for example, we talked about value. Like if you send me a $300 sneaker and I have a $300 sneaker, that sounds like it's an equal value trade, but that might not be what it is for everybody. So we want to differentiate ourselves in the marketplace by being that person being that entity that establishes that. So for example, I always use StockX, for example. So like when anybody wants to know what real-time price is for a sneaker, they go to StockX and check it. What I want our users, our community in the outside world to do is go to Barterr and be like, okay, I just copped a cool gray Jordan 11. I need to know what's a good offer, whether or not I'm on TradeBlock, whether I'm on another lane, whether I'm on dead stock out here in LA, whether I'm out, no matter what platform you want. We want you to use that behavior and say, I'm coming to Barterr to know exactly what's a good, bad, and fair offer for my sneaker. So that's the first differentiator. The second one is our business model. So right now, we know that they offer like a fee basically per transaction, and that's something that we want to offer too, just for the for either you're a novice or if you just trading, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. But what we want to also offer is a subscription model called Barterr Plus, and basically what you're gonna get with that is trading as much as you want to, obviously within that month time frame. But then we also want to provide selling as an option as well for those subscribers. So we won't just be specifically exclusive to trading. So when a user signs up for a subscription, they'll be able to trade as much as they want to under that month without hitting a transaction fee every single time. They'll be able to sell their sneakers as well if people want to buy from them as well. And then they'll also get some exclusive perks that are exclusive to the community as a subscriber. And I can go into those a little bit more if I want, but the third thing that I see that differentiates us is our roadmap as far as who we see ourselves 5 to 10 years from now. And that's kind of like what I gave you guys about the Reddit analogy, about there are different communities that will exist on Barterr, and you know, whether or not you come on there to trade art, whether or not you come on there to trade, you know, any other type of asset, sneakers is just the one thing I know right now, but we want to tackle multiple communities and then be able to intersect them together so that you can trade anything for anything, basically.
Yeah, I think that's one, I like like you said, I think that's one major pain point that I've heard as far as, and I mean, I'll be 100% honest. That's kind of why I don't trade my shoes, because I see, you know, people are sending me screenshots all the time of trades that are being offered or trades that they've tried to put in that are being rejected. And I just don't have time to deal with that frustration. You know, it's like people are trying to, like I said, they're trying to level up like a Super Saiyan, but they're trying to give up nothing. And I don't have the patience for that. So, you know, exactly. So I get what I got to get other ways, but I'm just not going to deal with that. So, so I just got one last question, and I'll open it up to the guys. You said that you said Q2 you're looking to release Barterr. Is that just going to be on both platforms, Android and Apple? Is it going to start on Apple, then migrate to Android, or vice versa? What's the plan there?
We hoping for both. So both, yeah. That's how we are approaching the development process, for them to basically come out at the same time. But it's definitely a Q1 of.
I'm sorry.
That's what we're aiming for. But yeah, so there was another thing I was going to bring up though, but I forgot it already. My bad.
Come on, Terrence, it's your time to shine. Let's go.
It'll come up again.
Marcus or Kev, did y'all have anything you wanted to piggyback on that I kind of touched on? Or
yeah, I mean, you know, StockX and GOAT, a lot of times you get into the authentication and what's the training like, the authenticators, you know, like coming, like sending the shoes to you guys, you know, what's the education there as far as, you know, how do you guys, you know, grade that?
Got you. So the first two is, right now we use 2 independent services basically. So one grades the photos specifically. That's called Own Kicks. It's ran by a guy named Lance. That's also a part of the sneaker community. You guys might have heard of him as well. He basically just allows us to send photos, and then he basically runs it through a program, and then their authenticators that they contract out make a decision. So that again has nothing to do with us. That's them delivering us an answer whether or not yes or no it's authentic. And then again, when we receive the sneaker, we take physical photos ourselves of it in hand. So basically, when we get the sneaker, it gets into us. We open it up. We take the pictures that we need as far as what check needs to deliver a decision. So the check app, once they've delivered a decision, we just make sure that both Own Kicks and check give us a yes, and then that's when we send the.
So that's double verification.
Okay. I didn't.
Do you guys have like a credit rating system? So like maybe this person has multiple transactions and they've been successful. kind of like eBay does?
Great question. So it's gonna be more of a trader rating. So
okay,
think of it like a situation, just like what we talked about. Like people are either complaining about the offers that they get, or they feel like somebody's trying to get over on them. What we want to also do to negate that, or not negate that, but to keep people from doing that, is when you're negotiating with somebody, ultimately when the deal is done, whether or not y'all went through with the trade or not, if at that point that person that you're doing business with will allow them to establish a trader rating for you. So they'll be able to say, okay, I'm gonna give this person 5 stars if I felt like they were easy to deal with, they were fair, they didn't try to get over on me. But somebody with 2 stars would be somebody, again, like maybe they're just a reseller that's trying to, get over on a kid that don't know no better, So that's something that we're definitely gonna implement as well.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know you guys were doing that. I didn't know you're using Check and Lance. I think that's a good thing. And I've talked with Lance, so to kind of piggyback a little bit off of that, I know they do like a machine learning for their for the pictures. He's also, so you can upload the pictures. They got technology that looks at the pictures, but they also said they have like some stuff that they're creating that kind of can do a little bit of checking on the seller as well, to kind of see what their history is like and things like that. See if they've sold fakes and all that kind of stuff. And then, he's got a good team, some people who worked at Grailed and Nike, it said. So I think that's good, Terrence. I didn't know you were using both of them. So that's.
And I mean, the thing is, it's like whatever we can do to, like, as far as black founders and owners, like we can work together and it makes sense. Like you doing authentication, I'm doing a middleman service platform. Like obviously we should work together. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Oh, I agree.
Anytime I've had, any of Lance's time, like it's always good. It's not always just about business. Sometimes he's just checking on me or like celebrating, the fact we got this interview. He'll react to an IG story. It's authentic, and I like to do business with.
Brandon Martinez just said something about your Discord.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Oh, what'd he say?
He said
we forgot to tell you to pull up the YouTube so you can see the comments.
Oh, okay. I see the comments. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. What did he say though? I can't. Oh, worth mentioning. Barterr has a great Discord community. Okay. All right, B-Mar. I'm So like I was talking to y'all about the whole Reddit tie back into things. We want to obviously be able to retain our users. So the number one thing we did to implement that as a Discord community. And basically what it is a system where we talk, every day. And it also is like a feedback loop that we allow, ourselves as Barterr to reach out to our most active users and figure out what exactly they want to see from us or what they, just got going on in sneakers. So I feel like it's a real, again, authentic way for you to get to know the inside of Barterr as well. Exactly. And it is worth shouting out for real. I always be forgetting things off the top of my head, but it is definitely worth shouting out.
That's what's up. Marcus, you got anything?
I don't have anything. I just want to applaud the young man for what he's doing. I mean, it's good to see a young man come into the sneaker community and do something positive that's good for himself, where he can make an income, but it's also good for the people in the community where they're not getting cheated and robbed out of their product. So, man, I applaud you. Keep doing your thing, bro. For real.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good stuff.
All right.
I'm done. You're off the hot seat, Terrence. You're good.
I just gotta shout out my mom. I just want to let her know, man, thank you, for supporting me. She's my first investor. So I want to say, if you watching, mama, thank you. We still working, we still going at it, and we continue to work every day. So, but thank you, gentlemen, for the opportunity.
You don't have to go, man. Unless you got something you got to do. We're finna kick it. We're finna kick it now. So, if you want to hang out and kick it with us, come on.
Yeah, we got another 30 minutes, Terrence. So, I mean, if you got to go work on Go Barterr, do your thing. But if you want to, chill out with us for a little bit, hey, like I said, Mick, if you got your newest pickups on handy, we about to keep it rolling. So
for sure.
All right, let's go ahead and transition to what's in the box. What's in the Box, sponsored by Unboxed App. Make sure you guys go ahead and download that. If you got green bubbles now, hey.
hey, hold up now. You got listen, I'm about to say before you crack on green bubbles, listen. We're doing Android signups right now. Kev has so graciously posted the link in the bottom of the description. So click on that, get on the sign up list. Got some things coming, but make sure you get on that list so we can get that Android going.
All right. So this is What's in the Box. This is where we talk about the last pickups we had since the last show, as well as go through what's coming out this week. Marcus, I hope you are prepared for that.
I'm never prepared. What are you talking about?
I know, right? Let's let our guests go first, man. You got any new pickups?
Yes, I do. So I had 2. So let me see. Let me pull it out. My first pair. I actually just got these last week off eBay. So I missed the first release, obviously, and then it took me a while. But the water to be the guy.
Ooh, okay.
2002. Love that shoe.
This is my favorite shoe from this year. Be strictly off the color. Like it's crazy. It's nice. It's amazing. And obviously the first one, it kind of had like that burnt orange Texas Longhorns like look, which is crazy because I'm from Texas, so I want that.
Where you from?
I'm actually from San Antonio, but I claim Houston. Okay. I actually went to U of H.
He's Houston.
Okay, I'm from Houston. I'm from H-Town, so yeah.
Awesome. Actually, I'm about to go back there for New Year's, so I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there in the city as well for about a week.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
So that pair, and then obviously the I'm on the year. I haven't even laced them up yet. I haven't got hands yet. But these were my second pickup as well that I hit right off the slate.
That's on my list.
Very nice. Mine will be here Wednesday.
Who gives a shit?
How much did you drop on them?
After I got mine off of eBay, so after tax and shipping, $410.
Not bad for a one.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
So.
They dropping a little bit, so
they dropping a little bit, but man, you know that price is about to shoot up in a couple more weeks. So I said
probably after Christmas it'll go up. I'm sure.
See if I can find it 12.5.
How did y'all feel about the conversation around the quality though? Because I seen people complain, talk about the shoe is ashy, and then I see people talking about this is perfect. Like the leather crack is perfect. So how y'all feel about that?
I think the people that complained couldn't really tell what it looked like until they got it in hand. I think a lot of people didn't know it was that cracked leather, so their expectations were one thing, and then when they got it in hand, it was another. But personally, I love the cracked leather. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of pictures. Yeah, right, exactly. It's got this aged look. The midsoles, I got the aged look. I mean, just to me, the execution of the shoe is great. The quilted inside, just like the threes. I'm excited to get them on Wednesday. I can't wait.
So you going brown laces or are you going light laces?
I don't know, man. I might throw in the burgundy or whatever. I gotta see, man. Because once I put them in, I don't change laces often. So whatever goes in there is gonna stay there for a while. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look.
I'm going burgundy. To me, that's
what I would do.
I feel like they look better with burgundy.
I agree.
That's what I'm thinking.
I agree. Too much white if you go with the white laces.
Yeah, racist. What you got, Marcus? Let's go.
All right, I got the
showdown.
On a restock. I got the starfish joints.
Trying to be like me.
Man,
of course, I always want to be like you. On a reach back, or as I like to call it, a reach around.
Whoa! Don't call it that.
I got the red plum ACGs.
I love those plum.
Pretty dope shoe, man. The quality on this is crazy.
I want to get the other joints, man. Those other ACG joints. Those are nice. I
want all. I want all of them.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
that's my favorite one. Yep.
I got the patterns. Shout out to my homie Unboxed App for looking out on this pair for me. Now, can you also send me the black pair so I can have the set complete? Can you
man,
listen from the series though. I feel like that again. Burgundy is just crazy. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, you felt like it was the curry brown. I
thought it was honestly it was my least favorite of the four. And the only reason is the problem is, and I know Mark is going to do something nice with the shoe. I couldn't do nothing with that. That's why I sent it to him. But it's just the way that the swoosh blends in with the midsole. It's just too much. Like they should have broke up the color blocking more, like they did with the aqua and not orange, but whatever color it was. But the swoosh just blends in, and I don't like that. It just looks like from a distance a blob. So I think if the swoosh was a different color, it would have been a different story.
See that. If they'd have did it similar to that with that
right
with a white or something,
then
I can see that.
So that's all. That's the only thing I have. It's not a bad shoe. It's just, it's from a distance. It just looks like a blob. So I mean, you got to bust that up. So
calling your shoes blobs.
Well, no, I mean, I ain't calling him a blob. At least it's the shoe. So,
not today. Not today.
Well, not today. I mean, I'm being nice today. We got a guest. I can't do my normal. So, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead. And I just thought about it, man. I forgot about the damn Bordeaux in the car, but look, I ain't running out to the car. So I had to pick these up. I know people, be giving Kai a lot of flack, but for me, I went to A&T, and I've been in the chat. He's always putting out stuff for Howard or Hampton, everything else. I was just waiting for him to put out something for A&T, and I was all over it. I am just pumped. Like, it's got the A&T on the tongue, on the side. It even came with a little, the Aggie Bulldog flag, all this stuff, the box. I mean, people give him grief, but I mean, he killed these. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm going to be in North Carolina, KB Fresh, probably in like a couple weeks. My bad, I couldn't make it this past weekend. When I see my kid, and I'm going to definitely swing by the school and probably pick up some merch. So, I'm excited about that. And then these joints came in.
Okay.
I'm excited about these too. I'm mad that I got stuck in a meeting. I couldn't try for the tan joints, which were on the cause site exclusive. So of course those are going for like $250, where everything else is like $150. So so I couldn't get those. And then last, this is my third time grabbing this pair. I've had
I was like, dang, I thought you had those already.
I did, man. I've had them 3 times. So the funny thing was, Swisher Kicks, Marcus, where you got how'd you get the gold, the yellow joints, the yellow twos, the candy pack?
Mm-hmm.
My boy hit me up and was like, yo, they got your size in there. VNDS for 180, 190. So I looked at StockX, saw they were like 4. I was like, oh yeah, no brainer. I got to get these back. So, made that move, and they ain't going nowhere this time. I'm happy to have them back.
Right.
So.
That's what you say.
You know me. Hey, look, I mean, Unboxed is not taking up so much of the funds anymore. I don't have to liquidate all the shoes like I've had to. All the heavy hitters are gone. So
he about to come back. He about to make a comeback.
Nah, I ain't coming back no time soon. not quite, but So that's all I got.
Well, I just got a couple. I did get these. What the hell are the name of these?
Patchwork.
Patchwork 3s. Not bad shoe. They kind of remind me of the.
You got the little tab on the back.
Safari joints. Yeah, I took it off. It's right here, but it's like
how easy does it come off? How
easy? It doesn't even like stick on. Like it kind of hangs off. So it's not like like the LeBron where it's like adhered to. Like that.
Okay.
Or like we got the it's kind of weak.
I still want them.
You could lose this easy.
They had hit Swoosh when they first came out. I don't know if they're still on there. I need to hit up my friend and see if they're still on Swoosh.
Yeah, they're not bad though. I mean, something I felt like buying something, so got those, and I got the Air. Everybody got them.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got them.
The million pair release.
Yeah,
million.
I always pick a one pair, and I actually thought that something happened because I had got them on Finish Line. They had that new, the new way that you can cop the shoes, and it said confirmed, but then I went back to it, and then it said sold out, but then it said confirmed too. So I'm going to the store, and I'm in the Hood Mall, and I'm just standing there. I'm waiting in line. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be salty if they say, well, yeah, you didn't get them. You had to do something extra, because I was like, I just got them. And I was like, all right, confirmed. Boom. I'll pick them up. I didn't really try anywhere else. I did try on Nike for a 12.5 because 12.5 fits me better than the 13. But went there, got them. You had to watch your back leaving out of there. And it was good to go. So
did y'all see that fight clip outside of Santa Monica? It was like
I did see it. It was bopping.
Yeah. I'm just like, man, like I know that there's still like pairs coming too, because I think that some people talked about it's gonna be like either some restocks going on, but it's just like it's not that serious, man.
It's going to be some restocks. And I'm Skinner in the chat. I wish he was tonight. I talked to Skinner this weekend. One of our friends, he has a Discord and he bots pairs. And so what he told me was, I hit him up and I was like, yo, I said, I know that y'all killed it this weekend on, on the cool grays. And he was like, nah. He said that Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, East Bay, they released no men's pairs on the site. The only thing they released were GS pairs. And the other stuff they funneled through the Flex app. Now they're probably going to come out with the men's pairs later. But he was like, I had 70-something people that I thought I was about to cook for. And he said only people who got their pairs were GS. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And now even the sneakers app didn't even have that many pair on this release.
Yeah, I saw the numbers and I was like, yep, explain.
Now one thing you can do, because they did have like pairs that nobody confirmed. So if you get there early enough, and people were picking up shoes. So at least that finish line.
I started to go pick up a pair because I want to get a pair for my son. But so I started to do that because I actually called the Dick's Clothing Sporting Goods, and they were like, yeah, I said you got till 1 o'clock, you can come pick it up. And they said a lot of people. They said I can't confirm, but we'll just say a lot of people haven't come to pick up their pairs. So I started to shoot out there, but I was just lazy because I know that they're going to be restocks, and I'll be able to get them get them at some point. And I'm thinking that on the PS size, it shouldn't be too bad. So
I mean, my last pair is not even bad. I mean, probably won't even wear it. I like the blue outsole though. That I do like.
My old pair got slight yellow. It ain't too bad.
Yeah, it's got like mine slight yellow, but I always juice them up on the I always ice them up on the app.
That was gonna be my question for y'all. What was y'all oldest pair?
My oldest pair that I still have, I think I got a 99 metallic 5. Was it 99 or 2000? One of the two. It's the black metallic. And they are crushed.
My oldest pair is the OG Taxis. From what year was that? 96? OG Taxis. No, yeah. That's my oldest.
96. Mine is I'm trying to think. What was the first year that the IEs came out? Because I got 2 pairs. I got
they came out in
and then there was one before that.
94,
yeah, they came out same year the same year or the year after that the regular pair came.
So I got a 96 and then I got the 2006.
I lost all mine.
I was born in 95, so I'm about to tell y'all mine.
Damn, Terrence.
Youthful.
That defining moments pack Air Jordan 1, the bread Jordan 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so let me see. This one says 09. So yeah, y'all talking about 96. I'm talking about 2009. That's probably the oldest I got.
I mean, shoot, man, you said born in 96. I mean, dog, I was shooting college.
A lot of those shoes don't make it with the midsole.
Yeah.
Past all these years, but the ones I got are torched.
Yeah. But for me back then, it wasn't even about collecting. It was, when you're like, for me, it was a kid and you get like a $400 check and I'm on top of the world. I'm just buying shoes and beating them up and going buying another pair. It's when you get older and you kind of appreciate, money and all that stuff. It's like, I can't be out here doing this. Like I'll never forget, my wife got me her first gift to me were the 2000 Space Jams. Got them, and then I was playing ball. I went right to the court and I beat them up.
Yeah, I think I still had those. The original Space Jams.
Yeah, I crushed them.
Yellow.
I had all mine in the basement of the place I was living, and then my ex and I split up. So then I came back, and somebody had stole all the copper out the basement. So they all got destroyed. So
we sent her to court. We sent her to court.
I had to
Hey, the copper dog.
reset. Yeah, they got us, and it was. I mean, there was water all over the place, and I was like, man.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, copper. Well, that's another story. We ain't gonna go there.
I was gonna say the craziest thing. The craziest thing I still seen to this day was DJ Greg Street on YouTube. His house being full of sneakers, like that's like still to this day. I ain't seen nobody's collection almost be better than his.
That's crazy.
Maul was normally on the show. He had a brush with fate.
I can probably name 5 people whose collection is better. I think he probably has a bigger collection than most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got a lot of pairs.
On,
but like as far as like grills and stuff like that, yeah, he ain't touching perfect pair. Ain't nobody touching perfect pair except for probably
Mayor?
No, man ain't touching perfect pair. Even before he got rid of half his shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
he so had, but even before that, he wasn't touching them. But the dude, the basketball player, the one that
PJ Tucker.
PJ.
Yeah, that's true. PJ
Tucker got money though. I mean, you got the money to like. If I had that kind of money, I'd have everything. I'd be like
Greg Street. I mean, Greg Street ain't got that kind of money, but Greg Street got money.
But he's yeah. I'm talking like PJ Tucker. You know, like he had that.
But see, Greg Street. The only thing about him that make me mad, he don't show no love for his kicks. He just throw them in the closet and shit. He don't put them in no boxes and stuff like that. His stuff he just throw it. Come on, dude.
I guess. I mean, he could probably get another pair. I guess that's how he figured. So, okay.
But he is dope though. I give him his props.
All right, Marcus, you want to pull up the?
Let me see. Share screen. Oh, it's got some new shit on here. What is this? Chrome tab.
Pound.
Release days. Damn, there we go. Can y'all see that?
I added it. Yep, we got it.
All right, y'all know this thing is wrong because I can already see some BS on here to start before we even get going.
Yep, about to say.
But on the 15th, we got a couple of women's Air Force One highs in Sculpt Silver and Gem Red. Also on the 15th, you got the Adidas D Rose 1.5 black and red.
He's still making shit.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I didn't even know they were still making. Okay,
them things look crazy.
That's why they got to point the other way. That's why they turned it the other way. Oh Lord, here we go with the promo code.
Shut up, man. On the 16th, the pair that I got on my list, Dunk Low Championship Golden Rods, even though I got the hot top pair. But
yeah, I want the low. Dre had them. This man.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, because some people already, some of the stores already got them and stuff. So they're not going for that much on GOAT right now.
No,
I didn't mean to click on the shoe. My computer tripping, so yeah, I gotta wait. Now it's slow.
Oh Lord, this man.
All right, we're gonna skip these Travis Scotts because we don't even know if we're gonna see those.
Nah, we know they're
not
even loaded up on that.
Yeah, I mean, we know they ain't dropping no time soon. Whether they drop it at all, I gotta feel.
What was the Jordan one that's coming out? There's a Jordan one.
That Gore-Tex the handcraft.
Yeah, because I could have got those from Finish Line today, but I was like, man, I don't need those.
Oh, is that? Oh.
Yeah, my plug hit me up a couple of weeks ago about those, but I was like, no, I'm good.
I know Mike Rich got them.
Yeah, I'm good on those. It's too much like the biohacks for me, so I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But on the 16th, you got the Gore-Tex Sale Jordan 1 dropping. Also on the 16th, you got the women's Winter Solstice. Those are that pair is dope. You got a couple of pair of ACGs. You like what?
I like those the Winter Solstice.
Yeah, I like that Winter Solstice.
Yeah, I like those.
But yeah, you got a couple of Moabs coming out. You got a Huarache Shadow dropping.
Yep.
Then you got the Puma, the MB. Whose shoe is that? That's
is that Mellow?
That's one of them balls.
Yeah, Mellow Ball.
Oh,
yeah,
Mellow Ball, yeah.
Mellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mellow nasty.
I feel like all the young hoopers coming up gonna go after that. I feel like
I can see that.
I think it's gonna be a hot shoe, man. I mean, somebody had came out talking about the best first shoe for somebody.
I saw that.
Give it all that shit.
I read that.
I ain't gonna give it all that, but it's pretty dope shoe.
It's a nice shoe.
It's pretty dope shoe.
Yep.
Then you got the Adidas 450 resin dropping on the 17th. The Jordan 1 Low Soulfly Carnivore.
No.
Anybody got them yet? Mo, you got it yet?
Nah, man, I'm good.
Then you got the Adidas 8 Dame Time dropping on the 17th. And then there's the handcrafted we were talking about, Kev, on the 18th, that Jordan 1 handcrafted.
Yeah, we can skip that.
And we got another Yeezy Boost, the Rock. I haven't seen that anywhere.
Wait, hold up. Where the Belugas at? Belugas drop on the 18th. The Beluga 2.0s. Yep. 1 million pairs.
Yeah. Or did they drop already?
Nah, they dropping the 18th. Trust
they're
me.
on the app right now.
Yep. Oh, they are? Oh,
yeah, you can
on that app.
Go on Foot Locker and Champs and try.
Yeah, I'm trying for the wife. I don't want to.
On the 18th, you got the LeBron Dutch Blue and the uniform.
I want the uniforms.
Yeah, that uniform is dope. I got to give it to that. And we're going to stop it right there because I don't know nothing about the rest of these shoes. So we're going to just
what the hell?
Leave it at that.
Basketball knit. This is like a quantum type shoe.
Yeah, it looked like that.
He said negative Ghost Rider. Air Force One. No, we're not doing no Air Force One energy here.
I'm surprised I ain't seen about that Jordan 8. I haven't seen an 8 retro in a
the
while.
duck.
I haven't even.
But see, I don't even know.
I don't even know what that is. That tan one. I haven't. That's my first.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's dropping. That's why I didn't pull it up because I hadn't seen it nowhere. So I was.
Me neither.
I don't think that's dropping. Kicks on Fire been way off on their dates lately.
Yeah, they just put place markers in.
The organs I've seen, but yeah,
the organs is hard.
How did y'all feel about that? Like how they doing the whole DropX thing on StockX?
Yeah, it just
how they doing what now?
Just shows how they colluding.
Yeah. Wait, what are they doing on StockX?
It's low key to me a big deal because it's Nike really starting to actually come out and acknowledge resale culture. Basically, to me.
Oh, they've been acknowledging them. They've just been doing it behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sure there's fun.
To me, like this seems more public to me anyway.
Yeah, I think it. I mean, I just think it's crazy. It's a dope shoe that's not going to be available. So, I mean, it's
what shoe is this?
The Ducks 8s. You didn't see those?
Well, I've seen the pictures. Those aren't dropped. Those aren't like the
they're coming out on StockX. StockX and Nike has something going on.
Oh,
they're going to drop.
Is that what it? I'm thinking it was just another Oregon shoe for the players.
It's an expensive sneaker, is what it is going to be.
No, I'm good on that. I don't like the perforations all in the shoe. I'm not a big fan of that. If it weren't for that, I'd like them. But I'm not an 8s person. There's very few 8s I like.
It's tough to wear them. I mean, they look nice.
They're bulky.
Then you put them on, and then they just kind of, you gotta. I don't like wearing them with the straps loose.
Yeah.
But then when you put them up, all the way up to the top, like a.
Best I can do is an air raid. I can do an air raid because that it's not as bulky, but it's a little much for me. DV8s I'll take. Them colors pop.
I got the DB8. I just never get a chance to.
What were you gonna say, Terrence?
I was gonna say. I mean, I don't know how he hooped in them for real, but like I feel like a lot of people, say that about a few of the first like early pairs, like how he hooped in like a Jordan 1 for real. Like the toe box so narrow. I just don't see how you was able to run up and down the court like that.
Well, that's all you had.
The same way they hooped in Converse in the 70s.
Right. Yep. But I also think that what we get also is not the exact same product. I'm sure, the shoes are lighter and some other facets of the shoes for the players versus what we're getting. But like Marcus said, that technology wasn't advanced. You just got this flat shoe, So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and all of them were flat. I mean, they were all pretty much similar style shoes. They just had, a couple different things on the panels. They were basically the same shoe, though. I mean, the weapons,
basically
Jordan 1s. All those. So,
what's good, Struggle?
But yeah, I used to hoop. I mean, I came up and was wearing Jordans all through basketball. I wore Jordans from probably when I was 8 all the way up through high school.
Really? That's funny. I didn't wear Jordans for hooping until like when I was playing in college. I did Barclays,
I only played in Team Jordans. I wasn't playing in my J's.
I had Team Jordans. I had Pippins. I had Garnets. I had all those things. Up tempos.
No, I was.
my
My mom was like, "You get one pair of Jordans," and it was the black pair.
Look, my parents never got me a pair of Jordans ever.
Terrence, like, how y'all playing them boots?
Hey man, people used to be out there in church shoes hooping.
You said Kobe's?
See, he said he was in Kobe's.
I was in Kobe's, man. High school, middle school, straight Kobe's all the time, man. Like I felt like I couldn't wear a high top sneaker hooping. It just wasn't like no swagger in that for me. You know what I mean? But I understood like watching The Last Dance and like watching all the, you know, the 90s YouTube videos and like, you know, Mike getting buckets, but I just couldn't do it. It had to be low top for me always.
Well, I think
Terrence, you're making me feel old over here.
Well, I think with Jordan, I mean, it didn't matter what he wore, you was gonna wear it because you would be out there feeling like you could do the same things that he could do, and it was crazy. It was crazy, like how it made you feel. Like you had your, you know, I had my Jordan. I'd be running through the house. Or the first day I get them flying through, bumping into walls and shit.
Iversons, that's the other one I had. I felt like I could cross anybody over, then I wound up tripping over my own feet. Shoot.
Reebok commercials. Those were special. Ones with Jadakiss. That first one with Jadakiss, that was a special one.
It's funny. I was looking at I was reading something today talking about you know, Reebok and how you know, they've signed, you know, of course the S. Carters, and they brought in the G units, and then that was 2003, and then by 2005 it fizzled out. They overextended what they thought, you know, Jay-Z's appeal could do, and then they brought in, I didn't even know they had Lupe Fiasco, they had Nelly, they had Daddy Yankee, and there was somebody else they had mentioned. I was just like,
that was back when Marcus used to wear wave caps with no hair.
I did, but I had hair. I had hair, but I did. I still did get to wear my wave caps.
Yeah, one wave.
So I actually So I gotta ask you. So I started my business side of sneakers over at Sneaker Summit in Houston in college, like in that consignment store kind of era. Or still exists, obviously, but that's kind of where that's where I started to see like the business side of sneakers and how, you know, you could really use it to, you know, resell and have it be your main income. How do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel like, you know, their resale culture will like just always be here to stay, or you feel like, you know, the prices fluctuating, kind of getting more, I guess, not cheaper, but just not as expensive? Like, do you see that being a long-term play for the next 20 years?
It's going nowhere. I mean, you figure it's been around for 10 plus years. It's just gotten, you know, it's more bot heavy now. And so now people are feeling between bots, between, you know, the big brands producing less pairs, you know, I think now it's more prevalent. People, you know, feel that resellers are a new thing, and it's not new, you know, same as bots. So it's not new. It's just you got more people seeing the opportunity. They're trying to get into it. And honestly, I mean, a lot of people are trying to get into it and they're not even that successful. Like if you look at, you know, what it costs to really be effective with a bot, you know, you need an expensive bot. You need the proxies, the servers, you know, all this other stuff. People just think it's like, oh, let me get a bot and I'm going to cook. And it's like, it's not that serious. So a lot of people try and get into it, but they just fizzle out quick because it's more than what they expected. But it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, it's been around for the longest. It's just more prevalent now.
And it's heavy gatekeeping in it too, because I'm not gonna lie, I stepped my toe in it for a little second, trying to like see what it was like. Because again, like I'm a tech geek at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, so bot culture, it was like, again, that first, you know, sneakers and tech kind of intersection. And when I first got on, man, I was like, okay, I got my little bot right here or whatever. I got my server, but I just saw how much it was going to cost to start up, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Proxies and all that stuff that it takes in order to do that and make it successful. It's tough. So I mean, but there's definitely money to, if you can, you know, get a good. Well, hold on, let me add Marcus back. His Wi-Fi fell off.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. I was like, dog, Marcus, is something to say?
No,
yeah, I mean, it's not going nowhere. You know, it's not going anywhere.
It is here to stay.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, so Terrence, you said you worked at Sneaker Summit in H-Town?
I did. I worked for Brian Angel and Adrian Sanchez back in it was my sophomore year to my senior year, and also Tasha Sanders and Wendy that run her girls as well. They were there together basically for like a good 2 years.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's where I got my start.
Foundation.
Yep.
All right, well, we are at 9 o'clock. I mean, did you want to get into the NFT or you want to we shut it down? We'll say that one.
No, let's get Terrence. I mean, look, all I'm doing is once I get off, I got to work on Unboxed. So it's not like I got anything exciting to do tonight anyway. So I mean,
I'm off tomorrow.
Well, yeah. So I mean, Terrence and Marcus, if y'all got, maybe like another 15 minutes, we can talk a little bit about some NFT stuff.
Let's do it. Yeah, I got 15.
Okay, cool. We ain't gonna keep you too long. We ain't gonna keep
we'll
Marcus too. He's past.
We'll let you guys chop the NFTs. I'm still trying to wrap my arms around. I just now got into crypto.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
and talk about that,
so in the chat, we got Brandon Martinez. He actually last Tuesday he did so he's got Sneakerhood. They're doing some stuff with NFTs. Mint your collection, your sneaker collections, turn it into NFTs. He kind of broke it down for about an hour-long thing. Matter of fact, hopefully you're gonna do another one because I thought it was real good. But Nike just purchased or acquired. It's pronounced Artifact. It's RTFTK, I believe. And then of course you had Adidas. Not that recently. They just did Bored Ape Yacht Club. So it's very interesting to see. I think that's one of those things where people need to really start doing their homework and looking at what's going on. You got Facebook is Metaverse and you got Adidas and you got Nike getting into NFTs and all this other stuff. I think it's a lot of opportunities to get in early. But you got to do your homework, right? You don't want to miss the boat and then you just kind of pass on opportunities because there's money to be made in NFTs, and I think it's trending. I think it's a cool concept. Again, I'm excited. I've been doing a little bit of research on my own to try and get a better understanding. And then B-Mark last week kind of gave a breakdown. But then like I said, I saw Nike got into the space today, and I see it's just going to be another animal, so I'm trying to wrap my head around it to kind of see, where it's going and how I can kind of get into it and go from there.
For me, I just start off with what I'm interested in. So for me, like sneakerhood, like with Brandon, that obviously was in the sneaker space, but then I also look at NBA Top Shot. So anything that's digestible for me that I can kind of get and is not like astronomical prices like Bored Ape Yacht Club or like there's another one like CryptoPunk. Like already been mainstream. Like I like to obviously get into where it's affordable, and that's why I can't wait to see what B-Mark comes up with, so we can get in there on the ground level, and then obviously for the sneaker community to take part in that. You know what I mean, at that ground level. So I think it's a really good opportunity. It's a great platform, great founder to handle that and jump on.
Yeah, I'm curious. I just want to see what's Nike's what's their push going to be behind this. How's that going to work? So for me, I'm trying to get a little more familiarized with it, and I'm definitely going to be tracking it to see what kind of traction Nike does with this. But I think definitely for you guys in the chat, you guys here on the panel, it's definitely something to kind of look into because we're looking into things like stocks and everything else, and I think sometimes we kind of get into this tunnel vision of stocks is the only way to go, and it's just like there are so many big with technology evolving, there's so many bigger opportunities out there. It's kind of like how I don't know about you guys, but my dad was very big on you need to go to college, you need to go to college, you need to go to college. But at the end of the day, you got a lot of successful people out here who either A, haven't gone to college, or B, never finished college. So, that whole mindset of, we get this tunnel vision, you got to go to, get a college degree. It's the same thing with investing, and it's just like that uncertainty kind of holds people back from trying to, get more knowledgeable and opportunities that at the end of the day could put them in a better financial position than, the stock market and stuff. So, I encourage, all you guys to, start looking into NFTs and stuff and get smarter on that because, that could be the difference between, working till you're 65 and maybe retiring when you're 45 which I'll be in 2 years. So I missed the boat on that, but you know.
Or hopefully
I missed the boat on both of them. So
you didn't miss the Amistad.
So,
go ahead, Terrence.
No, I was gonna say hopefully 30. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get up out.
Hey, this man.
Right,
I'm trying to get out.
Hopefully 30. Hey, look, nothing wrong with that, man. You know, you put in the hard work, it'll pay off, man. You know, just be smart, diversify your portfolio, all that stuff. You know, and like I said, I'm excited about this whole NFT thing for sure. So,
yeah, I definitely want to get into that. It's been exciting just kind of getting into crypto and seeing how things work. One thing I will say, once you get into these things, make sure that you're doing your research, because there are a lot of paths that you can take that you can end up losing a lot. So, you know, there's scams just like there's scams in sneakers. You know, there's a lot of smart people, you know, some with good intentions, some with bad intentions. And I mean, I just see things happen. You know, just kind of watching even TikTok, you can kind of see some of the horror stories that come from, you know, even with NFTs. I think there was something where people were airdropping NFTs, and then there was something that it did to end up taking your money or something like that. But so there's a lot that I need to learn before I get involved with you know, with NFTs and stuff like that. I just now got into staking crypto. And that's just it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for not having to hear anything a Karen has to tell me. So, you know, I'm trying to get to that point sooner than later.
Thanks.
this man.
I don't want to hear shit.
All right, man. That's all I got on that.
Yeah,
we
all
can
we got,
we
man.
can
We
go
can
ahead
just
and shut it down.
Shut it down. We'll go ahead and say our goodbyes. But first, I mean, I want to thank you, Terrence, for coming on, man. Definitely appreciate you spending some time with us, and you know, hopefully, you know, we can hear more about you, you know, in the future. You know, hey, Brandon, if you ever want to come on, man, talk about these NFTs, that would be dope. But yeah, yeah, definitely appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Let me go ahead and just kick it to you, see if you have any parting words.
Well, I'll let Terrence go ahead, and then
that's what I meant.
Yeah, go ahead, Terrence. Go ahead. Let the people know where they can find your product. You know, your Instagram, your Twitter, your house address,
Instagram and website is in the bio.
Okay. So yeah, so our Instagram is at Go Barterr with 2 R's at the end. So just GO and then Barterr with 2 R's at the end. You'll find us there on Instagram, and then our website is just Barterr with 2 R's at the end.com. And right there, that's where you can test out your trades to see, like, you know, whether or not they're fair or not. And then you can also join our Discord, and then also sign up for early access to our app, all there on barterr.com. And then also, I just want to thank y'all, like I said, you know, for the opportunity. You know, me, you know, as being a founder and being a Black founder, won't really get that much exposure. So I know, you know, for y'all to have this platform and to bring me on, I appreciate that more than anything. So I just want to thank y'all again for that.
Hey, absolutely. You know, when we all, you know, I'm happy when we all win. You know, it's not just about us winning. You know, I like to see good people win too. So, you know, I'm glad you're able to join us and come on. So I'm you know, like Kev said, you know, Terrence, appreciate you coming on. You know, Kev, Marcus, you know, appreciate you guys always keeping me grounded as normal. Chat, shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button, please give us that thumbs up. A couple things I'm gonna kind of, you know, get on my high horse for a minute. Marcus, don't say a word, because I know you don't say something smart.
What's his name?
We're actually about to get ready to do a giveaway. So Johnny's Customs went ahead and customized a Jordan 1 for Unboxed that we're going to be giving away. You know, Marcus was very instrumental in designing it. Hell, he probably designed the whole damn thing. But you know, we're going to get ready to start doing a giveaway for that probably sometime next week. I'm looking for a lot of you guys who are on the app and active on Instagram. You know, I definitely am going to need a big push for this giveaway. So, you know, if you're interested, please reach out and DM me, and, you know, let's get on, you know, chat or whatever. And then also, you know, like, you know, I mentioned earlier, you know, we got the Android, we're trying to push that. So that's in the in the chat in the bottom. And then lastly, tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Twitter, I'm going to be on with B. Martin, who's in the chat, on Enter the Sneakerverse, 8 p.m. Please make sure you guys tune in to that. You know, I chimed in last Tuesday for the first one. You know, Terrence was the guest. It was great energy. I love what they're doing. So, you know, come out, support. I will definitely push this on my page, but look forward to having you guys participate and join in that chat tomorrow. So if you need details, let me know. And I'm done.
Hey, Lance, appreciate that dono. Hit us with the $15 dono, 110. Appreciate that.
Hey, Lance, man, I'm about to slip you my cash app.
Appreciate you, Lance.
Oh, and Lance, we got to get Lance on too. Lance owns Kicks, like
let's get that.
Terrence mentioned earlier. So yeah, you know,
let's get that.
We're gonna get Lance on.
Well, we got one more show this year, right? We're doing one more like this week.
So next year early next year we'll.
Yeah, get everybody lined up, man. Let's start the year off fresh, man, and definitely supporting small businesses and get everybody growing, man.
Yep.
Because I want my 5% from all of y'all. So.
Well, let me tell you something. Unboxed makes no money, so 5% of 0 is 0. So I'm not. All right, go ahead.
Kev, you get the shout outs?
I got the ones that tagged me. So I got Hop. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out Hop and Black Ass African on the Retro Talk forum. I think they're coming back. Y'all coming back? I mean, I seen Hop in the chat here.
He was. I haven't seen no literature on it. So
shout out to 313 Retro Queen. And make sure you guys check them out when they do their sneaker battles. Who has the heat with E Money? Is what's the name still in it?
McFly.
McFly, but PM. I don't know PM because he wasn't kind of there. But shout out to all of them. Dope show. Also, KB Fresh Kicks, Kev, appreciate you, bro. Beard Jedi, make sure you check out Beard, Caddy, and OG Sneakers on Wednesdays. I think they might have done their season finale already, so we might have to catch up with them next year. Shout out to Key Lee, Key to Your Soul. Shout out to Higher Learning. I don't know if maybe just talked or whatever. But yeah, definitely appreciate everybody coming through today. We will be back next week. I will be at SneakerCon Cleveland. Spur of the moment.
Kill it,
on Saturday. So come through if you're in the Cleveland area. Come through, chop it up. I'll be there for a couple hours. I don't think I'm gonna stay tonight. I think I'm probably gonna, head on back to Columbus, man. You know, I'm trying to save a couple dollars. You know, it might be like $200 to stay in a room in Cleveland. I ain't trying to do all that. So
3-hour drive. Yeah, I'll be back in the car.
Yeah, 3 hours, 2.5, depending on speed. But
okay. Mr. Marcus, man, I need that hoodie.
All right,
Kick is back on Wednesday, so I thought they did the season finale, but hey, check them out on Wednesday. Dope show, good brothers.
All right. Well, again, Terrence, man, appreciate you for coming on, man. Much success to you. I love where you're going and what you're doing, the ideas that you have, man. So, I'll definitely support you. And anything you need from us, just let us know, bro. We here for you.
Thank you.
We definitely want to see you make things happen. So,
thank you.
Appreciate the chat for coming through, Kev and Mo and Maul and Nicole who not here. Much love to y'all. Much love to the usual suspects for coming through and rocking with us every week like y'all do. As we said, we'll see y'all next Monday. Much love. Peace.